Are you ready for the bear show? Well, good. We better get started then. First of all, on behalf of the Clark family and all of our staff, I would like to welcome you to Clark's Bears. This is the home of Clark's trained bears and the White Mountain Central Railroad. My name is Murray Clark. I'm the youngest of two who work with the bears here. Also today, in the ring, you'll see my sister, Maureen Clark. Now, of the two of us that work with the bears, I consider myself to be the most handsome. Not quite the reaction I was hoping for, but I'm used to it. Now, you are here to see the bears perform, but before we bring them out to do that, we'd like to give you a little bit of background information to make this educational as well as entertaining. However, I do realize it's a very warm morning, so I'll try and keep my remarks to the bare minimum. Don't worry, I have more where that came from. Now, my family started raising bears here back in 1930. We are New England's oldest family of bear keepers. Our entire experience has been with the North American black bear, Ursus americanus, the bear of America. This ring and these enclosures are just part of our bear's home. And at present, we have a total of 9. There are 4 on display over back here, and we have an additional 5 across the street in 2 separate habitats. I'll get to them in a moment. Now, over the course of the summer, we are asked a lot of questions about bears. Probably the most common one is, how long did they live? The answer comes in 2 parts. Out here, in the woods of New Hampshire, we currently have an estimated population of wild bears that approaches 5,000 head. And they're on the increase. We'll probably never know how many for sure, though, because every time they hold a census, no one shows up. They are very common here in the White Mountains, so if you're here on a visit, driving down the back road, out there hiking, camping, fishing, you may see a wild bear. And if you do, please stay away from them. Don't try to get close. Do not feed them. And most of all, don't offer up a family member to have a picture taken with a nice bear. It ends badly for all those involved. And for the younger generation, that means no selfies. Hashtag bears bitey and it hurting. Out here in the woods, the Fish and Game Department tells us the average life expectancy for a wild bear is not that long. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 6 years. Shame on Mother Nature, and shame on mankind. We do better here. Our bears have a guaranteed living, a balanced diet, and we protect them. They're our personal property, our pets. We extend their lives greatly over that of their wild cousins. The oldest one we have at present, you won't see today. She's across the street in special quarters. She's living in a retirement community. She's over there peace and quiet and shade. Her name is Victoria. Presently, she is 31 years of age. And that is on the record, the all-time best we have ever done, raising a little cub bear in old age. He's laying the rest in the flower garden right up there. And there are bears buried over here, some of our finest show bears in history. The one I'm speaking of, though, his name is Old Fella. He lived with us here 38 years, 7 months. We believe that's an all-time record for the North American black bear. Now, today is another one of the special days because this year we've got little cubby bears. So this is how this show is going to work. We're going to bring out one of the adults to perform, our regular showgirl. Her name is Echo. When her performance is done, we'll bring out the 2 new little cubby bears by the name of Darla and Hildy. And I ask the audience this: when we bring them out, could we please keep the noise level down and not have too much excitement? We don't want to startle them. We're trying to get them used to seeing all the new folks. They haven't met too many people yet. Okay? With that, I want to thank you for listening so quietly and patiently. Here comes our first performer. She is a professional showgirl. Her name is Echo. And here she comes. Come, sweetheart, they want to see you. Right along. Here she is. Echo is 18 years of age. She's full grown. Current status, not married. Let's start the show properly, shall we? patriotic bear. This is my sister Maureen. I won't tell you how old she is. The next order of business is to check the mail. We always check the bear mail during our show. You never know what you're going to get. Publishers Clearinghouse, a New America Online disc, maybe even a stimulus check. What did we get today? Oh, look at that. Hooray, the tax bills are in. Sweetheart, one question for you. Did the taxes go up this year? Oh my. And who said New Hampshire was tax-free? Well, Echo's in position. I guess it's time for a little bit of refreshment. And you'll notice that Echo drinks from a bear can. You can find these along the edges of the highways here in New Hampshire. Parking lots, back alleyways, wherever the wild bears drop them, I guess. This is a bear can, and this is a bear belly. Did you know she's ticklish? Coochie coochie. Take mine. No wonder she's ticklish. Would you look at that? She's barefoot. Ain't that something? And after she's done drinking the contents of the can, she will not drop it down on the ground and walk off like a people. Echo has better manners than that. She is the first bear in history to recycle. That's right. All of our black bears are going green. It's good for everyone. Now, right into the swing chair. It's her turn for a ride. You sit right around and hold steady. Maureen will step behind it to start it. Here comes the wind-up. Oh, help yourself. And there she goes. Now, she loves to swing. No fear of the motion or the height from the ground. As a matter of fact, Echo thinks that all bears swing chairs. Back and forth. Nice and easy. Just like her hair color. All right, sweetheart, we'll slow you down gently. The ride is over. And then you can bail right out of that chair. But if you'd like to ride again, it only costs another $1.25. That works every time. She must have short arms and deep pockets. Well, Maureen, I see Echo's getting in position. Why don't you and I play a rousing game of Echo in the middle? I'll stand over here. You wind up and send it. I'm open. And you missed me. I'm bad, but I never won that time. Oh, if we go like this, doesn't she look just like Judy Jetson? Oh, Echo, you're doing a good job here. I'll hand this back to Maureen, and then you and I can make our way over to the scale. We're going to weigh her in. We always weigh them in during the show to try to get an accurate measurement. You can see how big they are. It's difficult to tell how much they weigh, rather than separate. Here, could you hold this in both hands? And don't drop it. We'll call you 344 pounds. Wow. In her bare skin. I don't know what it is you would eat to get me 344. But here, have a little more ice cream. It'll be fine. Then I'd like you to sit right up and look beautiful. Not hard to do. Isn't she gorgeous? Why, yes, she is. Oh, yeah. All right. Would you climb down over there carefully? And then we'll make our way over here. And it'll be time to play a little bit of basketball. That's right, basketball. And she is the best player we have. I'd like you to climb up. Yes, you. Oh, you can do it. Here, here's a little bit of money. Now, I'd like you to sit down in that chair like a young lady. Please. Let's see. Footies out, both of them. Are you ready to play? All right, here it comes. That was a lousy throw, but a good save. I get the ball, and you get just a little tasty. No, no, she says. How about we try that again? Only this time here comes a bouncer. Are you ready? Very good. She says, no problem. It's easy street. All right then. Let's make it a little more difficult. I'd like you to join me over here. I want you to pick the ball up and run to that hoop and do a layup. That ought to amaze the audience. I'll place it right there for you, my sweetheart. You pick it up and put it right in. And there's a basket for Red. Nicely done. Would you try it again? You will. Look at that. 2 in a row. All this week there was only 1 at a time. Very good. Wonderful. Here, all hands money off the Maureen. Then we'll hand the ball out to my cousin Sienna. And is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
To hold the ice cream again? Oh boy. Oh, look at that. She cleaned the spoon off. Goody. You don't like ice cream? You don't share at home? We have to share. She wants me to have some. Where do you think that bear hair came from? From the bear? You know what they like better than ice cream? Yes, little children. Parents donate you every day. Now, I'm going to head over here with my little bear behind. And I'm going to eat the rest of this ice cream all by myself. No one seems to want to help me. Oh, if I only had someone to share it with. Well, you'd like to help. You know what? I changed my mind. I was going to go in. Well, why don't we just go look at that? I guess it's called the bear trap. Ooh! A real live one. Like your fingernails down. We're going to put a run in my stockings. Better watch that. They're pulling my pants down. They want to see you bear, not me bear. She's giving me the signal. She wants to gargle. You're ready. Look. You know what the best advice my dad gave me about working with the bears was? He said, don't ever put your fingers in the bear's mouth. Like that. He said, whatever you do, Murray, you don't even want to try it like that. It might come out like that. But they go back later. Tough crowd today. Here, you hold that, and I'll get out of the bear trap. Now, I've got a question for you. Do we have any hockey fans in the audience today? Very good. Echo plays paw hockey. There's no stick. There's just the stick. Goals wide open. No goalie in sight. We lose one every show. On a breakaway, get closer, it's a barn burner. Slap shot. We go like this and get the hat trick. You know, she is getting pretty good at this. Maybe one of these days she could even play with the Bruins. But first she'll need a steady diet of maple leaves. I'll be here all summer. Well, folks, What did you think of our friend Echo? Didn't she do a Oh, yes, she did. You know, we're very proud of her. Now, we're going to bring her back home, but don't go away. We're coming right back out and back in. Props first. Are you folks having a good time? Well, good. I want you to know that the Bears work very hard to try to entertain you. Now, it's also at this time that I would like to say happy birthday to Brooklyn. Very good. Now, our team is bringing out props for little gummy bears. Little props, little bears. Here we go. Now, the next two that are coming in are 4 months of age. And their names are Darla and Hildy. Hildy comes from Idaho. Darla came from New York. You'll be able to tell the two of them apart because Hildy is slightly larger. She has black circles around her eyes and a little mustache. She looks like Groucho Marx. Darla is smaller and brown in color, and she is what is known as a cinnamon. We'll talk about that in a minute. We just have to get everything ready. Good? We're getting ready back here. We'll be right out 2 seconds flat. All right, Maureen, let's spring them. Here we go, Tubsy Bears, here they come. This is Hildy, that is Darla. Little props for little bears. Now the first thing about this performance is we have no idea what we're going to get. There's no idea at all. We have been working quite a bit with them, trying to do little things. And the first thing to get is a mess. Yes. And as the old saying goes, they do it in the woods too. Paper towels. Oh, I get sugar. So, my brother Andrew is working with Hildy. Over here is my wife Sylvia. Outside the ring are my 2 daughters, Wyatt and Willa, and also our cousin Sienna. All right, I'll try to get out of the way. So, like I said, there's no knowing what we're going to get this time around. We try to break up the routine, work on little things. There she is. Yes. All right. There's the bunny. So, this little 3-wheeled scooter belongs to my daughter Willa. She decided one day this spring that we were going to bring it and try to practice with it. Meanwhile, the double stroller over there, we have been working this week on getting both of these little bears in that together, but it doesn't always work. So, backstory. My wife and I and my daughters have been raising these 2 little puppy bears in the kitchen of our home. They were in the house for about 5 weeks. And like my father used to say, you had not lived until you raised bear cubs in the kitchen of your home. Nothing is safer. The curtains get torn down. The cushions get ripped off the couch. They chew on all of the woodwork. They mess on the floor. They get into everything that you have. And they need to be fed every 4 hours. What were they eating? We've been bottle feeding them. It was a special mix of goat's milk, cow's milk, yogurt, dog chow, soft, and baby food all mixed together in what we would call a slurry. Oops, I dropped something. Okay. Caterpillar. Nice. So the slide over here we'll try to get to, but like I said, we have no idea what it is we're going to get. Playing bear and barrel. Money is real.
Okay. See the bear on the side?
So,
Look at him.
as you realize, we use the reward system, and we try to pay them for the work. Right now, they're so young, they don't need money. They just do it for fun. So, Darla over here is what is known as a cinnamon. She's brown in color. Her hair is also rather long. So, because you see Maureen doing somersault training there, my wife Sylvia says we should call those cinnamon rolls. And we just wander from place to place trying to make it look like something.
We will after the show.
Yes. I have some of this stuff and I make more stuff. I'll hold it and stand up. Here. Here. That is papaya and pineapple. Right there. That's good stuff. So, my sister Maureen and my other sister Nola went out to Idaho to bring Hildy back here. They flew out and then they drove in a minivan with a little loose haircut running around the whole time. And as you can imagine, along the way they had to stop and spend the night. So they were looking for pet-friendly hotels. Funny, no one ever asked what kind of pet they had. Meanwhile, the day we went and brought little Darla home, my daughter, my wife, and I hopped in my pickup and we drove over to get her. And it was quite a rubbing back with a little tiny bear cub on her lap. Okay, you want to, okay, I'll try to drive the taxi over here. Look out, no, pay attention the other way. You're good, but you're not that good. No, wrong way, kid. Drive that way. Meanwhile, you pay attention on this side. No, we're going. Now you go over there. We'll all stand around together. Do that. There you go. So I bet tonight, when a lot of you get home, there'll be a lot of little children asking if they can have a baby bear cub. You just have to remember that when Darla arrived here 2 months ago, she weighed 5.5 pounds. We weighed her 2 days ago, and she's 27 pounds and growing. They have needle-sharp teeth and claws and the shortest temper on record. But that's the time if you want to start to teach and train. You jump apart. No, that's not. Oh, you want to go ride. No, you don't want to do that. You want to ride. No, you don't want to do that. Come over here. Maureen says they have the attention span of a gnat. So it takes us about 3 summer seasons to train a bear. And then you may not necessarily have to show a bear when you're done. All different. I'm trying to get her used to being turned around so everyone can see. When you see her little tiny bear, we call this bear in a barrel. She's eating sugar right through the bunghole. Ah, yes. Looking for food. Tasty, tasty. Oh, there she is. Back. No, she hasn't said what she's back. She's back. Just let it slide down. Come on up, out there. Out the door. Come on out.
Ha ha ha. Ready to get out there.
Here we go over here. Whatever it takes. Going out there, and I'd like to see you over here. How about a dumpy well? Oh, there's a bear. Short one. I'll move this out of the way. So, for a while, Hildy had a nickname. We were calling her Ida, because she came from Idaho. And my daughter Briar over here called Darla Stubbs, because she's short and stumpy. We also have another nickname for her, which is she runs very fast when she wants to, so she's also known as Brown Lightning. There she goes. Soon this will be all running around. And here we go. I don't know when to get back up that way, Dave. Again. Maureen calls that rock and sock robots. Okay. Folks, at this time I have to say that's about the best we will be able to do in the bear show. Now, before we let you go, next up on the schedule, train ride. And I would like to say, out of all of the audiences we have ever had, you were the most recent. Thank you for coming. Enjoy